You little troublemaker! It's been a while. But who is this? Where have you been all this time? It's so good that you've returned. How did that Ganel get such a nasty wound? We must heal it at once. Yes, bring the patient in quickly now. She must be tended to immediately.
The higher the better.
Father?
No, Orwin, don't die. You must find your father, remember?
There's no need to be so dramatic. Who said anything about anyone dying? But where, pray tell, did she acquire such a wound? It doesn't seem the work of a beast. There's a certain festering energy about it. You haven't been meddling in that cave, have you? Do alchemists still use such catalysts these days? Interesting. And strange, too.
Enough rambling, you old coot. Hurry up and heal Orwin, or else.
All right, all right. You should show more respect to your elders. Right. You've been of age for some time now.
What's with that look? Don't tell me you thought I was a child this whole time. Ugh. People who judge others by their appearances can run it. Oh, never mind. That doesn't even matter right now. Gramps, what should we do to save Orwin? You said she's not gonna die, but now you're kind of acting like she's gonna die. Spill it already. How can we save her?
Could it be that she was exposed to dark energy? If that's the case, there's only one method of neutralization. I know you can make the antidote, but there's one problem. The ingredients can only be found in Khafra's cave.
What? Ah, the symptoms are similar to what I saw there. Don't tell me Orwin is going to change like that too.
Yaz, don't speak such nonsense! Are you suggesting Orwin has been possessed by a black spirit?
Ah, children, keep your voices down. If you raise your voices once more, you will surely know what true anger sounds like. It's the first time I've seen such severe symptoms. It's hard to clearly say what it is. But if these symptoms persist, it's certain her mental state will not remain intact. But, like I said, it can be cured. The ingredients must just be gathered from Khafra's cave. But it's a dangerous place to send Yaz. And that young man is injured.
Orwin.
Harpies stirring up trouble on the mountainside, and now this? Oh, dear. A herb called silver frond is small and white, clean and bright. Why does the cave harbor trees of silver? You really can't recall. It's just their name.
Orwin, hang on. Just until I return with the medicine. Understood? Huh? Yes, you were born here too, weren't you? Oh, right. You said you lost your memory. Still, didn't you sense a hint of familiarity when you first set foot here? This is no time for chit-chat. Let's hurry and get the medicine before Orwin's condition worsens.
Orwin, you must stay strong. Yaz will return with the medicine, so just hang in there. Colleagues. Just colleagues. She's also a member of the Secret Guards. I prefer to fetch the medicine for her myself, but given my state, I must rely on your assistance.
Huh? You're still not ready. She's going to die at this rate. You want to go along? Oh, you must act with extreme caution. Understood?
I'd like to tag along if you don't mind.
You want to go along? Oh, you must act with extreme caution. Understood?
When I was young, the adults in town told me never to go in there. Why do I feel like someone's watching me? It's giving me the creeps. Well, shall we go in? If we want to save Orwin, we need to find those ingredients. This definitely is not Silver Frond. Remember what Valentine said. Small and white, clean and bright. Huh? But why is it crushed? Did someone step on it? Well, it's no surprise given the things that infest this place. No time to dally. Onward! Do you see them? They're adventurers possessed by the Black Spirits. Those guys must have once wielded strong power and adventured around the world just like you. Completely blinded by the sweet, sweet power gained by doing the Black Spirits' bidding. Of the Black Spirit symbiotes we've met, they all thought they'd be different at first. But ultimately, they all ended up like this. Do you now see why we've been warning you? Are you surprised? Eden and Orwin said you'd never even pretend to heed their warnings. Enough with the sad stuff. We gotta find those herbs to save Orwin, and fast. But what should we do? They're gonna attack. Can you fight them off? You're a symbiote too. Small and white, clean and bright. This herb must be it. I'll dig it up carefully. I knew my pen Manos hoe would come in handy. Wait here. Zip zap this way and zip zap that way.
slick, aren't you? Aha, so you're the one who drove out Karanda.
Hey, how could you just go off and leave me on my own? And just wander on over here all willy-nilly.
Yaz, were you the one who brought the adventurer here? Goodness, could it be fate has led us here? The immortal alchemist Caphras used this place as a laboratory in his later years.
There's an abundance of data that can't be found anywhere else. It's a veritable gold mine for us archaeologists.
Huh? What are you two up to over here? Pretty suspicious. Does Eden know about this?
Us too. Master Alustin was here only moments ago. He just left.
A way to weaken the Monarch of Darkness, Belmorn. It seemed like Master Alustin already knows. He just wanted to confirm if his method really works. And, well, it's all confirmed. Let's discuss the details once we return to Florin. Everyone's waiting there. Let's discuss the details once we return to Florin. Everyone's waiting there.
Must be Silverfrond. Come to think of it, let's see. Wait, to prepare this herb, we need wait. I'm brewing these precious herbs, so could you lend me a hand? Wait, answer my question first. What do you think of my precious peep?
You have to loosen yourself a bit on the landing.
Wait, answer my question first. What do you think? I think so too. Incredibly cute and adorable. Pass! You're thankfully still of sound mind. The energy that was on the leaf has been cleansed. As expected of Shy, handling a herb brewer is a breeze. If I could get Silverfrond delivered regularly from you... on second thought, let's pretend I didn't say it. Valentine's special potion is complete! Give this to the wounded Ganel. I never thought I'd make a potion with Silverfrond in my life. I must write about this in my autobiography.
Chief Valentine! Valentine! It's a disaster! Mr. Brago! Mr. Brago is...
Oh, please hold back your tears and try to explain to me. What happened?
Mr. Brago, he was trying to save me. I got seriously injured. There are so many harpies and they... Mr. Brago...
Oh, this is bad. Oh, terribly bad. Go deliver the medicine to Yaz. I'll go with this child.
Oh, you got the medicine. Give it to me. I'll give it to Orwin. Orwin!
Adventurer, you were of great help. My deepest thanks. You had to go to such a dangerous place due to my carelessness.
Hey, I went there too.
I really appreciate your help as well, Yaz. I shall be there to save you should peril ever befall you. Master Alustin has been waiting for you, Adventurer. He said he had something to tell you.
You ventured into Caphras Cave, I hear. It mustn't have been easy. Well done. Yes, it's been some time. You know something of the secret guards now, I hear. Thanks to Eden and Yaz, and not long ago, I told you of the Monarch of Darkness, Belmorn, and his Shadow Knights. Today, I find myself compelled to share a tale inextricably linked to those events. The Knights of Dawn, who banished Belmorn, failed to eradicate his remnants completely. As they carried out their vigil, they gradually succumbed to the darkness. However, not all shared this fate. There were those who inherited their master's will, pursuing truth and maintaining the world's equilibrium. They are we, the secret guards. Belmorn and Kazaka were indeed formidable, akin to gods of darkness. How could mere mortals, like the Knights of Dawn, stand a chance against them? We found the answer within ancient records. The origin of ancient light. With the power of brilliant, blinding light, they drove back the pitch-black darkness. We must now gather the ancient light once more to banish the darkness that is Belmorn. We must now gather the ancient light once more to banish the darkness that is Belmorn.
Adventurer! I was informed of your presence. I've been seeking an adventurer. Do you know to whom I'm referring? Ah, at last we meet. I was worried we might have missed each other. I'm Wolfgang Volks, a Trina Knight and Chief Security Officer of Calpheon City. I've been informed by Sir Brego Willia, the commander of the Delphi Knights, that you successfully drove off the Harpy Queen, Karanda. We need your help. The Republic is in urgent need of an adventurer with your skills. We're offering a mercenary contract, and we won't be stingy with the compensation. The news of Jordine's military uprising has already reached the ears of the Callus Parliament. Yet not a damned soul in Parliament, none with any power anyway, are preparing for this impending invasion. As the Chief of Capital Security, I can't just sit idly by, now can I? If, by any chance, the capital falls to ruin, people will only look to cast the blame on me. Of course you do, but the lives of countless of our country's citizens are at stake. So I implore you... Wait a minute. That staff... Professor Alustin? Like wings on wind! Justice soars! What brings you here, Professor? Are you guiding this adventurer on their path?
It's been a while, Chief Volks. How have you been? We are gathered here to stop the Dark Lord Belmorn.
Belmorn? What's that? Oh, could it be... Is that why the Shadow Knights are... Jordine, that wretch. Is his grace unharmed? God gracious. So that's how this chaos began. Not only the Harpies in eastern Delphi, but also the Trolls at Quint Hill in the north, and the Sawnills in southern Trina. Demi-humans are rioting in all directions. Calpheon is on the brink of becoming a battlefield. The capital has been eerily calm. Too calm. I presume you're aware of the reason, adventurer. It's on account of the impending election for the chief counselor of the Callus Parliament. Of course, the Knights of Calpheon are doing their utmost to fend off the demi-humans. You catch on quickly. No one in power would want the specter of war to tarnish their reputation. It's like they're just praying and hoping this will blow over until the election ends. Because of this, innocent citizens and knights defending the front lines are losing their lives. We need your help.
Sir Jordine seems to be moving faster than anticipated. We must hasten our pace as well. Gathering the fragmented ancient light and driving out Belmorn, the root of all evil, is of the utmost importance, but it would be truly heartbreaking to turn a blind eye to the innocent citizens who may get hurt in the process. If you join us, we might be able to find the origin of ancient light sooner and confront Belmorn. Alas, the situation has escalated more rapidly than expected. Precious lives are being lost as we speak, but above all, I want to protect the compassionate heart you've managed to maintain while coexisting with the Black Spirit. I will take responsibility for restoring the origin of ancient light. Please, prevent any innocent loss of life in the meantime. Captain Volks, I entrust the citizens to you. And adventurer, take the remaining Silver Front with you, just in case.
Professor Alustin, my gratitude knows no bounds. And you too, adventurer. I am truly grateful for your help.
Wow. Eden, are we going on another adventure? Luffy, why don't we go investigate the origin of Clearwater?
Martha, Laffy, begin decrypting the Dead Sea Scrolls. And don't forget to cross-reference them against the Kabuan calendar.
Quint Hill is the closest battlefield from here. The Trina Knights are stationed there to deal with the trolls.
I will take responsibility for restoring the origin.
But before that, we need to secure our military provisions. Since it's on our way, let's make a stop at the Northern Wheat Plantation. Lady Norma, the plantation owner, is known for her generosity towards those in need. She's a person of great character. I'm certain she will understand our predicament and supply us with wheat. It's a matter of life and death for the citizens, after all. I hear that Jarette, the future Duchess, has appointed you as a special envoy. Your actions will have significant implications. This is the Northern Wheat Plantation. It's known as the largest breadbasket in the Republic. Let's see. I'll take care of matters concerning the Waragons. How about you take a look around the farmstead? If put nicely, it's a request for provisions. But in truth, this is akin to begging. It would be beneficial to first win over the people of this plantation, don't you think? Let's see. I'll take care of matters concerning the Waragons. How about you take a look around the farmstead? I think it would be wise to first establish a rapport with the farm vendor. Let's see. I'll take care of matters concerning the Waragons. How about you take a look around the farmstead?
If you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust in no time. Huh? Are you a mercenary? I don't have any tasks suitable for a mercenary. If you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust in no time. Oh my, you've come from another region. Planning to settle down here? It's quite a nice place to live. If you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust in no time. If you take on a few small odd jobs, small favours lead to big ones. Think you can lend a hand to those in need? If you take on a few small odd jobs,
These farming folk just can't grasp the greatness of my skills. Adventurer! You came at the right time. I'm an apprentice blacksmith at the moment, but I'm as skilled as those in the finest workshops of Calphion. In other words, I can take those farmers' tools for tilling and turn them into deadly weapons of vermin warfare. Moles, locusts, boars, everything running amok through the fields, gone. But they either don't trust me or are too scared to do anything. So, adventurer, could you resolve this situation for me? You sorted it all out. Much thanks to you. It's not a great feat like vanquishing Sornil, so folks tend not to address the big bug in the room.
you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust. What do you think is the most vital thing for a plantation? Seeds, certainly, but water is even more important. To operate vast farmlands, a tremendous amount of water is needed. But imagine carrying it yourself. Can you fathom how heavy that would be? If you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust in no time. If you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust in no time. You can either scoop up water with an empty bottle or buy it from the central market. You can either scoop up water with an empty bottle or buy it from the central market. Wow, thank you so much, adventurer. This will be a tremendous help to the Northern Wheat Plantation. If you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust in no time. Small favours lead to big ones. Think you can lend a hand to those in need? If you take on a few small odd...
St. Payon, you mustn't forget me. St. Payon, he ordered me to tremble in fear. He told me that Elion was angry, so I should repay him wheat in secret. And to just keep waiting until he calls for me again. St. Payon said anyone who doubts him is a phony. Someone said St. Payon is a fraud and St. Pjorn is the real one. No! No! Liar! Go away! He said not to dare doubt him. But you never know.
Are you ready to respond to the call of Lord Elion? Saint Payon? It can't be. The one impersonating me, his name is Saint Payon? How absurd. I'm the official priest dispatched here. It's a pity for Lady Norma, pushing away Lord Elion's grace.
I have come to purify your spirits. Saint Bjorn? Ah, how blasphemous. So he's the one impersonating me. Now, don't interrupt. The ritual, it must continue until my coffer is full. No, until it is duly fulfilled. Don't you understand? The land's suffering with locust swarms. It is a revelation of God.
Just in time. Have you figured out what's going on? Really? Thank you. Thanks to you, I'm a little less anxious now.
I have to say, I don't...
If you take on a few small odd jobs, you'll surely earn the locals' trust in no time. My goodness! You really finished all that work! You're truly a part of our plantation now. At this rate, I reckon you should be called a farm saviour. Oh, right. You haven't met Lady Norma Light yet, have you? Don't you worry.
Good. The word's already out that you're doing a great job. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. Lady Norma won't be able to decline with all the goodwill you've earned from the people.
Do not hesitate to help others. Ah, you're the one who's been sorting out the troubles for my farmers. It's earned you a good deal of praise. You're not Calphionian, correct? My apologies, but could you give me a moment? I must attend to a guest who arrived before you.
Lady Norma, all the grain has been loaded.
Then please set off for the relief site.
Hold on! Lady Norma, what is all this? What do you think you're doing without the approval of the Callous Parliament?
Although the Warmonger King is dead, the citizens are still starving.
In prosperous Calphion, the only starving citizens are lazy ones. Do you not see this kind of petty sympathy will only make them more indolent?
Did you say lazy ones? Following the king's demise, the nobles only grew more avaricious. They swallowed up countless enterprises. Were the citizens cast out onto the streets due to their laziness, then?
Only those who are diligent and clever can achieve wealth.
And the nobility are the diligent ones.
To be so rich at your age and still be so blind to the ways of the world. Regardless, this matter shall be brought before the Callous Parliament. Just you wait. I swear I shall see House Light fall before my final breath.
It's saddening to see we cannot freely help those in need. How did the world come to this? What's the point of the city growing more prosperous when only hunger and homelessness increases? Oh, goodness me. I was so lost in my thoughts that I forgot I have a guest. Greetings. I'm Norma Light, the head of House Light, and the owner of this wheat plantation. What brings you to our plantation? Ah, I see you're here with Chief Security Officer Volks.
It's good to see you, Lady Norma. This here is a Trina mercenary and an adventurer. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Ah, the adventurer who drove out the Phantom Knight from Balinos. I heard you also made great accomplishments in Serendia. You must have come to Calphion with grand intentions. Oh dear, I hope I'm not keeping important people standing. If you haven't dined yet, may I offer you something?
I was just starting to feel peckish. Setting the right mood is crucial for successful negotiations, wouldn't you agree? Thank you. I accept your offer. It's been some time since I last had light ale. Light ale. Light ale is truly the best. It never fails to lift my spirits. It's simply sublime. I apologize for dropping by unannounced. Your warm welcome is most appreciated.
No need to mention it. I regret the unpleasantness you saw earlier.
Does this sort of thing happen frequently? I don't understand why he has a problem helping those in need.
We are both hoping for the good of Calphion. We each simply choose to go about it in our own way. Indeed, the proceedings of the Callous Parliament are of utmost importance. There's a relief effort in place, sanctioned by the kingdom itself, but that's simply not enough. The lives of the common folk grow more destitute with each passing day. Also, I'm curious as to why House Encarosia, who jointly runs the Jean Merchant Guild, is against the relief.
Oh, indeed. Everyone has different views on matters. But judging by your words, I believe we're in the right place. I'm sure you will understand our current situation. Would you supply the Trina Knights with military provisions?
Provisions? I believe I've sent the exact quantity agreed upon for this delivery, haven't I?
You must have heard the news of Jordine, but the situation on the front lines is worsening. To protect our citizens, we need to recruit more troops, but we're severely short on supplies. You are my only hope for immediate aid. I implore you, lend your strength for the sake of the people of Calpheon.
My apologies, but I cannot take on your request.
Well, thank you for... Wait, why? Our frontline soldiers are in dire need. Aren't you the one who supports those in need? Why would you turn your back on our pitiable soldiers?
Do you not work for Sir Delphad Castillion, the Supreme Commander of the Trina Knights, and a member of the Callus Parliament? Did you come here solely for support? Or is this about the upcoming election?
What? I'm the Chief Security Officer of Calpheon City! Politics has nothing to do with this. My sole focus is protecting the citizens.
I never mentioned anything about politics. I was merely wondering who made this decision.
What do you mean, who made this decision? My only concern is the citizens' safety as the Chief of Capital Security.
Oh, Rookie. Were you here all this time? You should have come to me first thing upon arriving.
But, Lady Isabel... Wait, you two are acquainted?
It's been a while, Lady Norma. These two are my acquaintances. May I join?
Of course, Isabel. How have you been? Alfred, bring out some fresh food.
Yes, your ladyship. I'll get it ready.
I heard you went to establish a new branch of our Jean Merchant Guild in Serendia. How did it go?
Yes, all thanks to your care and concern. And thanks to this adventurer's efforts. I returned after gaining dominance over Heidel's markets. The issue with the Black Crystal deliveries has been resolved. The Black Crystal business is House Light's matter, right? You will be free of worry for a while.
Is that so? You've done well, truly. As for our guest here, I didn't realize I was playing host to such a remarkable individual.
Mind you, they're merely a new recruit for the time being. But I'm sure that will change very soon. Oh, what were you talking about? It sounded like something about food.
He requested more military provisions to swell the ranks of soldiers at this critical time, without seeking approval from Parliament.
Really? Then we, House Encarosia, will provide those supplies. Is that all right with you?
Truly. My deepest gratitude. I shall indeed ensure the safety of our citizens.
It's been a decade since House Encarosia and House Light formed the Jean Alliance. I have learned much from my work in the past 10 years. I've grown quite a lot from it, so it's high time I gave back.
It's unbecoming, Isabel, to engage in actions beneath one's station. How can a house involved in loan sharking also provide free relief? Well, as sole inheritor of House Encarosia, I trust you'll conduct yourself appropriately. The provisions should be covered by your surplus profits, shouldn't they?
Of course, Lady Norma. Oh, have you heard about my engagement to Geoffrey, the eldest son of House Ern? When we wed, Geoffrey Ern will become Geoffrey Encarosia. Consider it a business merger of sorts.
What? That's utter nonsense. It's not just any house, but the prestigious House Ern.
Nothing's impossible in Calpheon for those with the privilege of wealth. I suppose I have my father to thank for that. Ah, I'm full. Thank you for the meal.
All right. Well, do come again. And take care.
Ah, Rookie? A job for you. Gather up those supplies in one spot. When you're done with that task, we shall have the briefest of meetings. I hear you're a Trina mercenary now? Moonlighting isn't something we permit of our membership. By the way, you make it look so easy. Still as strong as ever, I see. Good job, Rookie. I hear you're a Trina mercenary now? Moonlighting isn't something we permit— Well, what's done is done. As long as it doesn't interfere with our work, I'll let it slide this time. Who else is lucky enough to have such a benevolent boss? I can't fathom why everyone despises our house. You didn't join the Trina Knights without reason. It's because of Jordine. I'm right, aren't I? As someone who is also invested in stopping Jordine, I believe that's reason enough. It's as simple as that.
I never would have believed that House Encarosha would provide us aid. Public perceptions can be quite unreliable.
I understand where you're coming from. Things will be different from now on. But there's one last step. Convincing my father.
You mean Councillor Enrique Encarosha? I trust he will do well. But I must ask, why are you helping us?
Well, I'd like to think of it as an investment. So, no need for your excessive gratitude. You will also find yourself becoming invested. You'll begin to wonder, where will this adventurer's journey lead? And what will become of this world's fate? I, for one, find it all rather exciting. Which reminds me, I have matters I need to discuss with this adventurer. Would you give us a moment to converse in private?
Of course, Lady Isabel. Adventurer, come find me once your conversation concludes.
Thank you. Rookie, follow me. I want to soak in the ambience of this place. It's been a while. place is incredibly peaceful. Delphi Castle was a nightmare, to put it lightly. You took long enough to arrive. I was able to make a quick trip to Calpheon City. It's not far from here. I went to formally raise the Jordine issue with the Callus Parliament, rubbing elbows with the necessary people needing persuading. No one had the slightest bit of interest. They're only concerned with the upcoming election. I feel like a fool for gathering evidence in hopes of warning them of Belmorn's looming threat. Actually, I was the one who passed your information on to Captain Volks. In return, I asked him to bring you here. He says Parliament has no intention of listening to reason. In their esteem, the Serendian nuisance has already been quashed once. The duty of doing so again should fall to the newly appointed Chief Counselor. How did things go with the Delphi Knights? I trust that you handled the matter well. Jordine. Perhaps he still has some conscience left, cutting ties with the Serendian dukedom. Does Sir Brago Willia know about this? He must have sent a messenger to the capital, but the Delphi Knights have a weak political standing. Unlike Trina, they couldn't even produce a counselor. Sir Delphad Castilian, the commander of the Trina Knights, may have dismissed it lightly, or exploited it for his own gain. So, what was Jordine like? With your power, will you be able to stop him when the chance arises? Indeed. It won't be easy. It's beyond human capabilities. But why on earth is this council so complacent? They hold the same disregard for Belmorn and the Shadow Knights. They brush them off as a mere mob of heretics. Jordine, I'm beginning to suspect that Belmorn has already infiltrated Parliament and brainwashed the councillors. They just kept talking about the delayed report on the guild... Good heavens. I must have pushed myself too hard the past few days. It's all right. I'll be fine once I get some rest.
Lady Isabel! Hey, rookie! What the hell is going on here? Lady Isabel! Hang in there! Lady Isabel! Something's terribly wrong with her!
Oh, the look in her eyes. We should get her home right away. Let's depart for the capital, post-haste. Adventures and... Povius has safely escorted Lady Isabel home, so there's no need for concern. Exactly. The grandest city on the continent. The pulsating heart of the mighty Republic, Calpheon City. What do you think? I bet it surpasses any place you've ever visited. Huh? Where are you off to? Oh, I understand the desire to explore a new city for the first time. Just don't be too late.
What should I make for dinner tonight? I'm getting tired of meat pasta. Jordine? Who's this Jordine? Huh? The Grand Chamberlain of Serendia? It doesn't ring a bell. Must I know about a bureaucrat of a vassal state? You there? Could you recommend a dish for tonight's dinner?
Is it just me, or the cut purse is more audacious than usual today? When's the council planning to bolster our city watch? What? Who's Belmorn? The monarch of what? Darkness? What do you take me for, spreading such nonsense? Is this some fresh ruse to swindle the common folk? We're the capital security force. We'll investigate the matter.
They say they'll change, but they never do. Jordine, the handsome Grand Chamberlain of Serendia. Of course I know him. What? He's leading an army to Calpheon? Oh my, is the world finally changing? Wouldn't it be better to overthrow a country that treats me like this and start anew? Mind wasting all that...
We must curb our greed and surrender the spoils of the human world to Elion. Those individuals were cast out of Elion's light long ago, so please allow your worried heart to rest easy now. We are within the protective embrace of Elion at all times, but lightening your purse would likely lighten your heart as well.
Why is it that we toil so hard, yet remain so poor? This rotten city needs to change from the ground up. Dear citizens of Calpheon, we work day and night, and yet the reward for our tireless toil is barely enough bread to refill our bellies for a day. Is it because we are lazy by nature? No. Is it because our labor is worthless? Absolutely not! They are lowering the fair wages we receive with twisted and unjust logic. Now, here is some bread I've prepared. Please, eat your fill. I bought it from my own earnings. Citizens, always remember me, Giovan, who stands with you in the lowest of places. Citizens!
It is better to be in fear for a moment than to lose our humanity.
First, I would like to use this opportunity to express my gratitude to the great citizens of Calpheon. When all eyes were on Calpheon's crisis, we established our Grand Council to demonstrate the greatness of the Calpheonian citizens, unwavering in the face of any trial. I don't stand here claiming to be your hero, your savior. You, who have placed your trust in me, are the true heroes. The Chief Counselor should be dedicated to their country and principled beyond measure. The Parliament still has much left to accomplish. Now is not the time to seek novelty. Ladies and gentlemen, I call upon the strength of our heroes once again. Please consider how Herman Foresio has remained steadfast in his dedication to you.
House Light has always displayed acts of generosity. Now we would like to share our generosity with the citizens of Calpheon. Please, enjoy the meal we've prepared for you today at the Light Merchant Guild. I don't bring up complicated things, especially when they don't bring in coin. But, my good people, reflect on the journey that has brought us this wealth from all corners. Remember how we were treated just a few years prior, scorned as lowly merchants.
know that it was House Light who stood by you and supported you through those times. Only a merchant knows a merchant's mind. Please remember House Light. As with the Northern Wheat Plantation, always full of laughter, Calpheon too shall be fulfilled with laughter and joy.
Hear me, people. Who has guarded the gates of Calpheon till now? We know what it is that we want. A powerful and great Calpheon, surpassed by none. Just as we built peace for our citizens with our own strength, we must use our strength to build a peace the whole world can depend on. To accomplish this, the old and corrupt must be wiped away, and the scales of law recalibrated for the fairness of all. Who can do this? Who can maintain their faith without wavering in the face of threats? I will not hold hackneyed, useless discussions. I will prove my words through decisive action. Like wings on wind, justice soars. Protect Calpheon with the Chief Counselor, Pharesio!
Calpheon is undergoing great change, but its roots must remain firm. How much pain have we endured for the great Calpheon we have now? Did we truly overcome all that, merely from the coin our merchants wrung from the markets? Or does our triumph rest solely with the might of our armed forces? I'm not denying the contributions of either party, but never forget that it was the houses who held aloft for the longest time, allowing it to prosper through Elion's grace. The power underpinning Calpheon, the firm foundation that allows its glory to stretch into the firmament. Please, lend us your strength, so that our first Chief Counselor, Herman Pharesio, can be re-elected.
you've arrived. This is Lady Isabel's residence. The Parliament is just a stone's throw away. This is an excellent location. Bothered by that, are you? Well, the larger the city, the less people care about the affairs of others. What truly matters is the mindset of the ruler leading the city. And beyond that, the nation.
Captain Volks, I cancelled all my appointments and came right away. The Holy College presented no obstacles once informed the patient was of House Encarosia.
Professor, you've arrived. Please come in. I've brought someone to check on Lady Isabel's condition. Hurry. I truly hope that she is safe, especially when she has taken on such an important mission.
Her pupils, they're tainted with the dark energy. These are symptoms of black stone poisoning.
What? It can't be!
The fits have already begun. We must tie her up so that she can't move. Captain Volks, I need your help here now!
Yes, Professor.
You there! You're the adventurer, right? You must have some knowledge of alchemy. There should be some ingredients left from Orwin's treatment. Check my bag over there. You should find the herbs we need. Mix them at a 1 to 3.1457 ratio with silver frond. It seems she's better now. What a relief. As she was in Serendia with you. Continuous exposure to black stones is the likely cause of her symptoms, which are only manifesting now.
Lady Isabel, what's happened to her? She was conscious just a moment ago!
Ah, Povius, you arrived. Lady Isabel has just calmed down. Worry not.
Oh, gods. For something like this to happen while I was away on a mission. If it weren't for you... Thank you.
Now, she must get some rest. I suggest everyone leave her to rest for the day.
Understood, Professor. Hey, rookie. I mean, adventurer. I've arranged lodging for you. Lady Isabel asked me to.
Ah, you're here. I was just thinking about you. Did you take in the sights of Calpheon City? Was it to your liking?
Ah, you've just gotten here yourself. It seems I've timed my arrival well.
Ah, you're here. I was just thinking about you. Did you take in the sights of Calpheon City? Was it to your liking? Adventurer and Captain Volks, thank you for your help. Time has been unexpectedly wasted. Let's get back to what's important. Huh? Oh, you don't need to worry. I'm fine now. Really. Firstly, Adventurer, how's Calpheon treated you so far? thought as much. It's quite odd that there are so few who are aware of the mess Jordine has gotten himself into. These are affairs too massive to go unnoticed. It appears someone is deliberately covering them up. Only when Jordine's blade is at their throats will they frantically look for someone to blame. This matter concerns the survival of our nation. We can't just let it be buried. Parliament convenes for their regular session today. I need to attend and speak up when I get the chance. This issue cannot be avoided any longer. I must address it loudly and directly in front of the citizenry. I am a bit worried about my father, though. But then, what reputation does he have left to lose? Hey, Rookie. There is a small chance they will attempt to restrain me, so you'll have to attend the council alongside me, under my authority as your mentor.
I'm not certain this is the best course of action. In times like these, I wonder if the council will respond favorably.
If we just sit by and do nothing, we can achieve nothing. We have to do something in order to get my father's permission for the Trina Knight supplies. I'll craft a part for my father to play in all of this. Something that will resonate with the hearts and minds of the populace. If things go smoothly, we might be able to secure a budget from the council, right? That would be the best outcome.
Ah, so even helping your father has its price. Fitting for the heir of a merchant house. I'm ever grateful for your help. Now, lest we get moving.
Oh, Isabel. I'd heard you returned, and that you handled the Serendia matter with aplomb. But what brings you before the Parliament? You couldn't have missed your father to such an extent. And who might the person next to you be? Ah, you must be the Guild's latest addition. Bovier spoke highly of you. Word is, you did quite a grand job. Please take good care of my dear Isabel. Have you given your greetings to Geoffrey? You should attend to him with greater affection. He's to be your husband, after all.
Yes, Father, as you say. But there's something important I need to discuss.
What is it? What is more pressing than your upcoming betrothal?
Supreme Councillor Enrique Encarosha, the council meeting is about to commence.
Understood, Bovius. I'll head in now. My dear, let's continue our conversation later.
I hereby call to order the 74th Council of Elionian Year 286. First, let us discuss the agenda.
The issue with trolls and sawmills is escalating. We must conscript more soldiers.
Our citizens are sinking deeper into poverty, and you're suggesting conscription. Let's start with fair taxation.
A strong national defense guards our citizens' existence. Shall we neglect it for fear of discontent?
Then, how about House Bashan steps up and sends in private soldiers?
Are you suggesting that the noble families take the lead?
All I'm saying is, for one who loves Calpheon so dearly, actions speak louder than words. The citizens would support him for it.
Councillor M, this is a blatant ploy to undermine our house's influence before the election.
Enough! The citizens' eyes and ears are upon us. Despite escalating attacks from trolls and Sonils, we have the Trina Knights, don't we? Our focus should be on the upcoming election. This council sitting is hereby adjourned.
they profess to serve the nation, they are all too consumed with their own gains. As the eagle's wings are buffeted by unseen winds, may Calpheon be graced with glorious radiance, Honorable Chief Counselor. May I have a moment? I am Isabel of House Encarotia. As the head of the Heidel branch of the Jean Merchant Guild, I wish to report on our operations in Serendia.
Isabel.
You may speak. How is business faring? We're short on time, so a summary of expected profits and tax revenues.
Jourdain Ducasse, the former Grand Chamberlain of Serendia, has declared himself King of Serendia and is advancing on the capital. The Harpy rampage at Delphi Castle was no coincidence. It's Jourdain's handiwork, sowing chaos throughout the Republic. I believe everyone here is already aware of this. So why do you turn a blind eye during such an important meeting? What of the fervent speeches on national defense just now? Considering the seriousness of this matter, I urge the need for full preparedness.
Isabel, of all times, why now?
Very well. I've heard your piece. But when does the business report begin?
Without Captain Clev, Serendia's sad excuse for soldiers are just sitting ducks for our Trina Knights.
He's not just leading Serendian soldiers. He has the Shadow Knights under his command.
You mean those heretics that were excommunicated ages ago? Aren't you underestimating the might of Calpheon a bit? It's almost as if you wish Calpheon's downfall. To just which nation do you pledge allegiance, Isabel?
Silence, Theophil Bashan. How dare you insult my daughter in my presence?
Oh, perish the thought. It's as the loyal lapdog said. Her only fault lies in having too great a love for her country. That's all.
They are not merely some band of excommunicated heretics. They've resurrected the ancient king, Belmont.
Isabel! What's the matter, Isabel? Hovius! Hurry and bring Professor Gorgath!
Yes, Master. Adventurer, please look after Lady Isabel.
Fits of female hysteria aside, there is no harm in being prepared for such an event. Trolls and Sawmills are proving themselves to be a nuisance as well. Above all, the Knights are running low on supplies. Chief Counselor, I motion to increase our military forces.
The remainder of our budget has been allocated to the upcoming election. Regrettably, the chair must reject your motion.
Such audacity! How dare you raise your voice to intrude upon the sacred proceedings of the Callous Parliament? Are the Delphi Knights and Trina Knights Calpheon's only capable forces? Can we not also call upon the Holy Valkyrie Knights? Knights with the means to vaporize such heretical scum with Elion's light? Do you grasp our strength, Wanderer? Or, well, if those additional forces are truly needed, why not ask House Encarotia? Weren't they to spare a fraction of their vast wealth? Who knows?
Respected members of the Council, may I have a moment of your attention, please? Alfonso Rundi, Baron of Serendia's Montvidal. A name I'm sure you're all familiar with. He was raising an army. If left unchecked, it could have posed a threat to the Republic. Of course, the Serendian standing army was disbanded following the order approved in the last sitting of this council. So then, how did the Baron manage to raise an army from the ruins of Montvidal? It's because someone here, in this very room, is secretly supporting him, unbeknownst to our sacred council.
What are you? It's true. I'm Hervano Tito, the captain of the guard at Serendia's Eastern Gateway. I sacrificed everything to halt the Baron's advance, so if anyone's qualified to speak on the matter, it's me. Isabel Encarosha was the one backing the Baron of Montvidal. Here, I've got the ledger to prove it.
Very well. We will accept this evidence for review. Councillor Light, do you have anything else to report?
Oh, you're here too. I came at my new master's request. Thought you could just walk away, eh? Thought I'd just roll over and die?
House Light, in partnership with House Encarosha, oversees the Jeanne Merchant Guild. Therefore, to avoid being wrongfully accused, we conducted a thorough internal investigation. Regrettably, as Sir Hervano Tito said, we found evidence of them sponsoring the Baron. Seems like House Encarosha might have bitten off more than they could chew, trying to swallow Serendia with the aid of Montvidal.
Ellie, wretch! What are you babbling about? Do you think I'll hand over my share of the guild over this?
Huh. Backed into a corner. The petty nature of a vulgar merchant reveals itself. Councillor Enrique Encarosha. Nobility in Calpheon isn't something that can be bought with mere coin. Do you understand? Could it be that she, having failed to gain a stranglehold on Serendia, is plotting another attempt through Jordine?
Very well. By the authority vested in me as Chief Counselor, I will approve this emergency motion.
The Chief Counselor, too, trying to eliminate an election rival in this manner. You think I can't see through your frail facade? Dominic, why didn't you say anything? Does Isabel seem someone to concoct such schemes?
Please do not address me so casually. Geoffrey and Isabel are not yet officially wed.
Maintain your dignity, Councillor Enrique Encarosha. If you cause another disturbance, I will call the guards. Until this matter is conclusively settled, I'm ordering the detainment of the accused, Isabel Encarosha.
Look, Chief Counselor! The child has collapsed, and now you speak of imprisonment! Do you intend her death?
A suspect with a risk of flight leaves us no choice. As Counselor, you should strictly adhere to the laws of our nation. Today's council meeting is hereby concluded. We shall discuss the remaining matters during our next session.
Who would have thought that House Light would stab us in the back like this?
Councillor Enrique Carosha. I am sure my words will provide no comfort.
Thank you for your concern, Captain. As for how to handle this situation moving forward... of course. Isabel mentioned it in her letter. She boasted about how capable you are. You made significant contributions to both Balanos and Serendia. I'd like to hire you myself. Can you save my daughter? Whatever you need, name it, and it's yours. Do I look like I'm in a position to negotiate? My daughter languishes in a cell, sick and suffering. Name your price. Gold, jewels, a position of power, the stewardship of our workshop. Speak your desire.
Lady Isabel took such drastic measures to provide supplies to the Trina Knights.
Provide supplies to the Trina Knights? Are you trying to bolster troops without the Council's support? Something doesn't add up. Isn't Councillor Delphad Castilian Calphian's Supreme Commander, in charge of the Trina Knights? Why would you, the mere chief of Capital Security, initiate a deal with me on such a critical matter?
Even a simple man like myself harbors lofty aspirations, Councillor.
Aiming to have a notable deed thrust you into the realm of politics, eh? Well, I must admit, your honesty is refreshing. Employing an ambitious man like yourself would be a fine bargain for me at this point. I had no idea a knight we supported from such humble beginnings would grow to have such grand dreams. Listen, I don't do business on blind faith. I can offer a down payment of 10% for now. If you want more faith than that, I need to see results. Do that, and I'll gladly pay whatever you wish. Isabel isn't one to act without thought. It's as if that light girl was waiting for this moment. It'll be difficult to mobilize our family members for now. Our bloodline is also under investigation, it seems. So, I have no choice but to put my trust in you. I'm counting on you, Rookie, and Captain Volks. And there's one more thing. Alina Light. Find out what that cunning wench is planning. Unless she intends to shutter a joint venture that's been running smoothly for a decade, I cannot fathom her intent. Moreover, it's not like we're failing to make money. We've even successfully expanded our business to Hydael of all places. If she seeks to oust me from the upcoming election with my middling approval ratings, she's playing a losing game.
Give them some bread.
So, what brings you to me? Isabel, you say? I thought that was all settled earlier. I've submitted the evidence. Did Enrique Incarocia send you? To probe my intentions, or perhaps to destroy the evidence? It seems like she's bitten off more than she could chew without the consultation of her partner. So I just wanted to put a stop to it. Hervano Tito and you seem to be well acquainted. He practically wet himself at the sight of you. Oh my. I am not one to trust people. I trust the evidence he presented to me. He does lack a certain depth, however. Always the type to betray others. Oh, I seem to be speaking of myself to some degree. But one does what they must to protect their own. And he provided me with plausible evidence. So, what can you offer me? Adventurer, I've already heard the tales of you. Quite capable, I hear. You must have something that will prove Isabel's innocence. Hence your wish to negotiate with me? Under normal circumstances, a trial would be held soon. However, if you provide me with what I want, it can be delayed. Bring the Keplan Black Crystal trade rights to me. Oh my, that's a state-owned business. We were merely managing it on consignment. That's a tough place to do business. Not much profit in it. But Keplan is different. It's a private enterprise.
Hold on. The Black Crystal trade rights with Keplan are owned by House Dofrickson. How could we possibly...
That's something I'll leave for you to puzzle out. It wouldn't be much of a deal if I did all the heavy lifting for you, would it? Please keep me updated on your progress. If there's no progress, well, you know the consequences.
Feels like we're being played, doesn't it? She has nothing to lose, after all. If we secure the Black Crystal trade rights for her, the wealth of House Light will significantly increase. If we fail to secure the rights, Lady Isabel will be put on trial, leading to the inevitable downfall of House Encarosha. And House Light will absorb the Jean Merchant Guild entirely. Oh, blast, she didn't overhear that, did she? I can't think of any other clever way to deal with this. We must do what we can. As Lady Isabel herself said, doing nothing will achieve nothing. The land where the Kepler Black Crystal extraction mill was built has been owned by House Dofrickson for generations. Fortunately, the current head of the house, Fridri, happens to be the commander there. He and I were inducted into the Trina Knights together. While he's moved up, I'm stuck as Chief of Security, with no greater prospect, while he, born into a family overflowing with money... No, this isn't the time for such thought. We've received some provisions from House Encarosha. It's not much, but we'll make the best of it. They're currently overwhelmed fighting the ferocious Sornils. They should be desperate for even a little help. It's time for you to prove why I hired you. Let's head to the fort. There you are. This is the front line against the Sornils, the headquarters of the Trina Knights, Trina Fort. We've had our fair share of skirmishes with the Sornils, but it's never escalated to this extent. The situation is much worse than I'd heard. Ah, the supplies from the Jean Merchant Guild have arrived. We need your help. Without a guild member's approval, we were told simply not to lay a finger on them. Seeing as you are a guild member, could you deliver them directly to Quartermaster Kirklis? I'll take a look around in the meantime. The situation is much worse than I'd heard. Ah, the supplies from the Jean Merchant Guild have arrived.
The time has come for this old man to meet his end. Black Shadow, the skies were dark with shadows.
Usually, I choose to...
Huh? It's this noise from all the cannons. Nothing's gonna sail over this way, right? Ah, you're the adventurer. I've heard about you from Mr. Povius. Please sign here, and make sure to deliver those goods yourself. I loaded the rations on the cart. Please hurry. I want to go home.
Bringing food and not letting us touch it. Feels like we're being treated like trained dogs. Ugh. Oh, are you the representative from the Jean Merchant Guild? Oh my, you're doing great work. Truly. Thank you. Let's see, where's the document? Ah, there it is. Captain Wolfgang Vox, +1. Noted correctly. I was worried we might have to abandon the fort and retreat, but it seems we've weathered yet another storm. Huh? You want to go and see the situation for yourself? Oh, the place is a living hell right now. How can a merchant possibly help?
It's worse than we could have ever anticipated. The Sawnills have infiltrated the fort. Usually, I choose to avoid putting myself in harm's way. But today seems like the day to stand my ground and fight to the bitter end. Usually, I choose to avoid putting myself in harm's way. But today seems like the day to stand my ground and fight to the bitter end. To negotiate the Keplan Black Crystal trade rights, as requested by Lady Alina Light. We must confer with Fridri Dofriksson, the commander here. You'll find him stationed at the top of the stronghold. There is a lift inside. We'll use it to reach the commander. Let's rendezvous by the lift. The Sawnils are swarming in. Brace for battle! Possess such prowess in combat. Why have you kept so silent about possessing such skill? If I'd known you could fight this well, we could have bypassed the supply issue and plunged directly into the fray. I assumed you were simply a shrewd negotiator, given Lady Isabel's introduction of you as a fresh recruit. And now, let's take the lift up. The commander is on the upper floor of this building. Just wait a moment, and the platform will descend shortly. Climb aboard, and it'll take us to the top. Isn't it something? Now, I felt the same when I first rode it. Its novelty wanes with time and familiarity, I'm afraid. Perhaps the commander already foresaw our arrival.
This is Trina Fort, the heart of Red Edge.
It was...
Commander!
I thought it was you! A brave soul who broke through the gates. It's been a while, my friend.
To skies we rise! Chief of Security Wolfgang Volks reporting for duty, Commander!
What's with the formality? I told you, there's no need for such things between friends.
Well, we are on duty, Commander. Let's meet for a drink later on in Calphion.
Aye, perhaps it's better that way. And who have you brought with you? A friend with quite impressive combat skills, I see.
Judging by the attire, not a new knight, it seems. Have you hired a mercenary, Wolfgang?
Affirmative. Though, Commander, how did the Sawnhills manage to overrun the fort?
It's quite vexing. I'm at my wit's end trying to figure it out. With no reinforcements and dwindling rations, I was considering retreating to the capital. It's truly a blessing that you, my old comrade, showed up to lend a hand. This victory shall be a turning point for us. Now, we'll wipe every blasted blighter from the land. Must report this joyous news to Supreme Commander Castilian. Wolfgang, how about you light the beacon yourself? It will serve as our signal of victory.
Me, sir? Understood. I'll head to the beacon right away.
I'm proud to call myself your friend. Once this battle is over, we will surely celebrate together.
Can't be helped. Before we negotiate the trade rights, we need to make a good impression. Let's move.
This victory shall be a turning point for us. Now, we'll wipe every blasted blighter from the land.
Hold on. You stay here. Due to security reasons, that area is restricted to authorized personnel only. If that feels unfair to you, you could always join the Trina Knights. You're more than qualified. I'll go light the beacon. You must be exhausted, so take a moment to rest. I'm back. What are you staring at? Oh. Is that thing truly floating? Between the recent events at Star's End and inexplicable occurrences like this, the world is growing more peculiar by the day. Ah, well. That's a problem for future us, I imagine. Let's head back.
Great work. Now that we've achieved this victory, Parliament should have good reason to support us. Now that's been dealt with, there's something you wanted to ask? Don't be shy.
Well, yes, indeed. You see, Commander, the thing is, the Black Crystal Mine in Kepler, What? Ancient relic? Why are you bringing that up?
You mean that floating geometric monstrosity? The Elion Church requested it. But with the situation as it stands, I've been unable to deliver it. Why do you ask? Aye. A suspicious character, acting rather oddly. We've had a few reports about him. We thought he was just a lost traveler. But when our soldiers approached, he vanished without a trace. But why the sudden interest? Is there something connecting the two that I'm missing? You have some idea of what's going on? Come on, out with it. Even if it's some far-fetched theory.
Adventurer? He's talking to you. Go on, say something. Adventurer? What's got you so deep in thought?
How can you be so sure? And why should we trust an outsider like you?
Commander, I'll gladly vouch for them. They played a crucial role in defeating the Phantom Knight and saving Balinus. They're also a special envoy of the future Duchess, Lady Jarrett, actively tracking Jordine from Serendia. You can trust them.
Well, if you say I can trust the Wolfgang, I'll hear what they have to say. Nonsense! That piddling little province has the audacity to... and to stoop to employing the power of vile heretics. So his plan is to release savage demi-humans across the realm, diverting the majority of our troops to deal with that threat, and to then swiftly take the capital while it's devoid of defenses. It's a plausible strategy, assuming that what you said about the Black Stones and the relic is true. Right. So, now that we know what we're dealing with, how do we deal with it? There must be a way, of course.
I heard that the Sornil leader is significantly larger and faster than the others. We need to bait it into the castle alone, and subdue it in a single decisive strike.
If we load the relic onto a wagon and run, those doddering brutes won't be able to keep up, right?
I think it's worth a shot, Commander. Based on what we've observed, they aren't very smart.
True. If we subdue their leader, dealing with the remaining ones will be child's play.
There's one problem. Let's say we lure it in here. We will have to take it down at some point. My men are spent from the unending conflict. We don't have the strength left within us to defeat it.
I'll give it a solid show of my strength. And this mercenary, well, you've seen their might firsthand.
I was waiting for you to say that. If you succeed, I'll grant reward by my authority. Captain Luce, prepare transport and load the relic. I will spearhead the operation.
Once this matter is out of the way, we'll be able to discuss the Black Crystal trading rights in lighter spirits. The fates of Lady Isabel and myself lie in your hands.
Survivors of the truth will likely... The Sornil feed, Captain! It's coming!
That's it! Close it! Clear position!
In position!
Commence the Sornil subjugation!
Capabilities. Witnessing them firsthand was awe-inspiring. Without your aid, we wouldn't have succeeded. Truly, it was incredible. Let's return to the commander and resume our conversation. We must save Lady Isabel.
Strategy! I can almost taste our imminent victory. Now, as promised, your reward. What do you want? Speak up!
Commander, I mean, what we want is... well...
Go ahead, my friend. What is it that you require? Ah, is it that sword you're after? The Black Star Greatsword. It's yours. I recall us talking about our dreams back in our days as junior officers. Remember? Back then, I expressed my desire to lead the Trina Knights. You said that you want to become the Chief Counselor someday. Are you hoping to become the commander of the fort? Judging by everything you've done today, I have no qualms. If I get promoted to a higher position in the capital, I'll make sure to recommend you as my successor.
Frederick! In truth, So the...
Indeed! Ha! Are you finally ready to pursue your ambitions? Our house could provide you with political support.
I require the Black Crystal trading rights. Even a minor share would suffice.
Hmm? The Black Crystal trading rights? Are you planning to put down your sword and take up a pickaxe?
It's a long and complicated story, but I beg you, a life hangs in the balance. It's the only way to get through a national crisis. Would you please consider transferring even just a minor share?
That's so. Very well. It's yours. Not just a share, but the entire enterprise.
What? Just like that? That easily? I hardly dare to even mention it, considering it's your family's business.
Look here. Between you and me, I've been looking for someone to take it over anyway. After the strange incidents in Balanos, odd things began happening in Kepler as well. People poisoned by black crystals. Mysterious diseases spreading. Chaos. Our alchemists believe black crystals are the cause, so, of course, I had half a mind to wash my hands of it. I'll personally head to the capital to arrange for the transfer, once this Sawnhill business is behind us. Besides, it's been a while since we've had a drink, hasn't it? I do miss Calphion's bustling market streets.
I feel the same. But, as I've stated, stopping Jordine must be our priority.
Of course, my friend. I'll help you as much as I can. The Grand Chamberlain of such a squalid state must be taught a lesson.
Of course. Now we must head back. I've heard trolls are wreaking havoc in other areas.
I understand. It was great seeing you again, Wolfgang. With yet another heroic tale to share with everyone. Adventurer, may the winds lift you skyward to glory!
The exit route is also blocked.
He ceded the mining rights in their entirety. I was only expecting a mere tenth. What a pleasant... As promised, I'll postpone the public trial. Now I can understand why Isabel speaks so highly of you. Here's the form for the trial postponement, as promised. Our house seal has been stamped. Nice and clear. I don't know what kind of ace you have up your sleeve, but good luck. Save Isabel, if you can. I could submit the form, but I'm sure you'd rather do it yourself. And you likely have some matters you wish to discuss.
Wolfgang, you are not eavesdropping. You are attempting to better understand your boss's intention. Hush! The Supreme Commander is having a private discussion with the Chief Counselor. Here, listen.
Chief Counselor, I'm telling you again, they're not just any trolls. Ancient trolls have awakened. I pledged my support for you in this election, but if you continue to demand the sacrifice of our knights...
I have a plan. I only ask for your continued patience. I assure you, at the start of my next term, I will allocate the budget as promised.
You didn't forget whose sacrifice it was that brought peace to Calpheon City, have you? The knights are frustrated, close to their breaking point, and remember, I'm the one keeping them under control.
Like the Sawnhills, it seems that the trolls are also behaving unusually. The situation appears graver than I had believed. Wolfgang, you are not...
I see no reason to reject your request. Fine. Trial will be postponed. You must have struck a favorable deal with House Light, given that Alina Light aided you like this. You've come all this way just to deliver this to me. It seems there's something you want. What is it? I'm aware. Is that all you have to say?
You knew? Then why hasn't Parliament done anything? All those knights on the front line!
Chief Security Officer Wolfgang Vox, why do you fear a mere fugitive from a vanquished vassal state? Delphi, Trina, Valkyrie, have they been trained so poorly that they're no match for mere heretics? For the great Republic of Calphion, such a disturbance is hardly worth losing sleep over. Our strength should not be underestimated. A man should be able to see the bigger picture. Wolfgang, I know you're interested in politics.
Sir, what's this all of a sudden? I'm just... As the Chief of Security, I'm concerned for the safety of our citizens.
Wolfgang, it's just me here. There's no need to pretend. Do you know how critical these times are for the Republic? If you help me with my re-election as the Chief Counselor, I will appoint you as my loyal advisor. Adventurer, you catch on fast. I like that. This era of Calphion's history belongs to Hermann Pharesio. Jordine won't be more than a footnote in our history books. At least so long as I'm in power. Do you understand? They're all quiet as of now because they believe they have an ace up their sleeves. I'm aware that as the election draws near, the other candidates will try to use this Jordine as the means to my undoing, despite having done nothing to thwart him themselves. Kill him. It's that simple. Or at least ensure that he doesn't attack Calphion before the election.
Sir, it's far too reckless. The consequences could be catastrophic if we fail.
If fear holds you hostage, you'll never achieve anything. Let that be your first lesson. You do well to remember it. I think I've explained enough. Adventurer, what do you think? If you can handle the Sonals at Trina Fort, surely some foolish trolls will be no match for you.
Adventurer, what are you thinking? Was Trina Fort not a wake-up call? Putting an end to this will require more than our strength alone.
I will release Isabel in Karosha. You have my word. Wolfgang, you will find your political footings as part of my faction. Parliament needs someone like you, a man of principle. Especially now, when money-hungry merchants fester within its ranks.
Chief Counselor,
Head to the anti-troll fortification. I will send an official correspondence to instruct cooperation.
Oh no. First it was Counselor Enkarosha, and now even the Chief Counselor with this proposal. Your words, even in jest, are an arrow straight to my heart. None of this would have been achievable without your help. Trina Fort would have fallen into the hands of the Sawnhills without your intervention. That you appeared in Calphion at this exact moment, you are undoubtedly a miracle sent straight from Lord Elion. So, our next destination is the anti-troll fortification. That's the last place I'd choose to be. So, here we are. The anti-troll fortification. Never get used to the sight of those giants. I admire Captain Vidal's courage. Indeed, idle chatter is a luxury we can't afford. Securing the entrance should be our priority. So, here we are.
I can't believe this. Did I really see what I think I just saw? How could one person break through all those troll hordes alone? There must be some trickery at play, right? Or has fabled mad scientist Marnie made his return?
Captain Vidal, it's been a while. You're doing well, I hope?
Oh, Chief Security Officer Volks. Why would someone as busy as you come here? Lateef, did you request reinforcements? The Capital Security Force should be protecting the capital.
No, sir, I did not. I wouldn't dare to do that.
To the officer in charge of the anti-troll fortification, ensure Captain Volks and his mercenary receive your full cooperation. Well, I can't disobey the Chief Counselor. What do you need, Captain?
It's not anything. We're here to lend a hand, sir.
You're a mercenary! This is ridiculous. A knight doesn't report to a mercenary. This is an absolute load of shit. I cannot believe... Listen up. I'll only say this once. Normally, trolls only attack people when they're hungry. We have no idea why they're suddenly acting like this. Are we done here? Oh, if you want to make yourselves useful, deal with the ones firing the catapults over there. The soldiers can't breathe with all the dust being kicked up. We'll talk more when you're taking care of that.
Understood? Understood what? Why are you suddenly acting so meek? Captain, this person is a special envoy of the Chief Counselor, future Duchess of Serendia. Show some respect.
Oh, yes, yes. Pardon my manners, of course. As the Chief of Capital Security Commands.
Captain Andre!
Captain Andre Vidal! Sir!
I tolerate much, but disrespect toward you, that's a line I won't allow to be crossed. I'll hold my tongue for now.
The adventurer will come out alive if what people say is true. If it's all well-crafted deception, well, the rocks will take care of them.
assume those, I admit. Their size is enough to send chills down my spine. But I have no doubt you can handle them. I've grown accustomed to you mumbling to yourself, but where are you rushing off to? At least inform me before you... Ah! Jordine!
Did they flee here, only to be petrified by the light? Answer me. Where is Quint, your leader?
Stop. Stop tormenting us. I'll tell you.
There you go. Now, lead me to Quint.
Observing the ancient trolls as well, I see. How are things faring with Calphion?
Aiden, is now really the time to worry about others? The two of us have only just managed to secure the origin of clear water.
The two of us is frankly a phrase I'd rather not hear uttered by you, Martha. Just hearing it sends a cold shiver through me.
Aiden!
The leader of the ancient trolls, nearly the size of a house. Why are you looking for him in the face of all these ancient trolls? Ah, I see. So you can hear the voice of Belmorn, is that it? But tell me, did Jordine go to awaken Quint?
Eden, quit it. Unless you want to face Quint yourself, we have to go. We're already late.
I'm aware, Martha. But as we share a common goal, it's only fitting we share information, is it not?
What kind of creature is Quint? It seems we're throwing ourselves into obvious peril.
According to records, he is described as being of massive size, tremendous strength, and ferocious temperament. If Jordine really sought him out, he probably plans to use him as a pawn in his attack against Calphion.
He would go so far as to resurrect those forgotten beings. Just how deep is his resentment towards Calphion?
There was a faint reaction from an ancient relic remaining at the prehistoric ruins below the mountain north of Calphion. We overlooked it as the origin of ancient light was our priority. But it may be worth looking into yourself. If you plan to go there, do be careful. There's a huge black crystal right at the cave's entrance.
Eden!
All right, Martha, I'm coming. The origin of ancient light will soon be complete. The final battle is fast approaching. I implore you to save as many innocent lives as possible before then. Well, until we meet again.
The situation is already beyond our control. And now Quint? I believe the captain should be informed. Of course, pursuing him is an option, but right now, we don't even know where Quint is. Moreover, there's clearly a person in charge here, so it would be inappropriate for me to handle things on my own. Please understand. This is how knights normally go about their duties. We always adhere to the rules.
have managed to track him down already. It's not far. Huh? Why would you say that, Captain Volks? Your mercenary here seems more than capable. Don't tell me you don't know how to get to Quint Hill.
To think the Chief of Capital Security doesn't know the lay of the land.
Of course not, Captain. As you're the person in charge, I deemed it necessary to report any anomalies to you first.
Hogwash! Last time you spat on the Commander's orders and stole all the glory for yourself. Now you're playing the saint? Who do you think you are? You're just an outsider.
I don't even need to talk to a merc like you. One of my scouts already reported that you were contacting a suspicious individual. I've assembled an advance party consisting of skilled soldiers and knights to advance on Quint Hill.
Hold on! It's too dangerous for regular infantrymen. It must be approached with caution, and aided by the adventurer and myself.
Wolfgang Volks! Finally revealing your true colours! The title of Chief Security Officer not enough for you, eh?
What did you just say?
Acting all concerned and kind in front of us, and then you'll try to take all the credit! Am I right? It's happening all over again. You think I'll just stand by and watch? Understand me? This operation is my responsibility. Wolfgang Volks, you will never rob me of my glory again!
Adventurer, what are you doing? It's not about who gets the credit here, Captain! Defeating Quint is not a matter of credit. The lives of many soldiers will be lost.
Ah, look at you! What a noble man! So we don't send him. What do you think will happen to me as the one in charge? Wolfgang, I know what you're up to. You will go to the council and report on this. You'll say you stepped in to solve everything when the man in charge failed to perform in his full capacity. You'll pin all the blame on me. I can almost hear the words dripping like venom from your mouth. I had no other choice, but I refuse to act on the matter.
Captain Andre, how long are you going to dwell on the misunderstandings of the past?
Misunderstandings? Who am I misunderstanding? You, who outshone your superior on the battlefield, driven by ambition and boasted of your exploits?
You've held on to this resentment for far too long. I'll be reporting this to the council.
Report? Ah, Honourable Lord Volks. Once I've claimed a glorious victory, what weight will your pathetic report have? Latif, form a unit at once and attack Quint. Bring that stupid troll's head to me!
Yes, sir. I'll lead the march immediately.
Captain, even though the situation here is stable for now, you can't just deploy the soldiers like this.
Shut up! I'm the one in charge here. I control everything in this place. Am I clear?
Captain Andre, please!
To the front!
Let me go! You monster! Let me go! No!
Oh, hell no!
Adventurer, what happened? What of the soldiers and Quint? You punched everything to bits, Andre. I don't have a shred of respect remaining for you.
Are you doubting the judgment of the active field officer? I identified a threat and dispatched the troops. I made the best decision I could as a leader. You too must follow my orders!
You disregarded the reinforcements from the Chief Counselor and led the soldiers here to their deaths. They were beloved fathers, brothers, and sons. You killed them for nothing other than blind ambition. I shall lay bare your every transgression before the Callis Parliament. You will be held accountable for what you did.
I knew it! Finally, your cards are on the table. This is exactly what you wanted. An ideal situation to oust me, isn't it? Such disgusting and despicable ambition. I've fulfilled my duty, nothing more.
Vital? It was you who sent our soldiers to their doom. You are the one blinded by ambition.
Wait, who's that behind you? Don't tell me you're in league with them.
Don't change the subject. There's nobody behind them. What? Shadi!
It's been a while, minion of the primordial Black Spirit. Did you enjoy scavenging the scraps I left behind? Yes, those measly black stones. You must be parched. Black stones are like seawater to you. drink deep enough and they will kill you. Are you so desperate to defeat me? Look at you frantically clutching at crumbs. So sadly similar to my former self. Adventurer, you must be wondering why I'm so fixated on Calpheon. Why I've abandoned myself and even surrendered my soul to an ancient being. That is what revenge does to you. It devours you. Calpheon took everything from me. Now, I'll take everything from Calpheon. As the King of Serendia!
Your Majesty, the Shadow Knights are at your service.
Come, loyal servant of Hexa. The revenge I have sought for over a decade begins now. Burn down Calpheon. Farewell, my Juret.